all I'm getting at. If we arrive on the scene of something, and I'm talking something bigger than what happened in Wyndham, you know, that type of situation. That's all I was talking about. Not a big deal. I'm sure it'll all work out in the wash, and we'll deal with it as it comes. So, but that's all I was curious about. I don't have a problem with people, a team leader having a radio, as long as I'm with the team leader, if you sort of get my drift.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And that was the whole concept. You know, the team leader was there with the other three team members that were out doing the damage assessment, never out of reach with, you know, whatever area we were operating with. But again, back to your point, I have to think, and I don't know this to be a fact, but I really do have to think that Ryan has arrangements with the Sheriff's Department that if we do wind up needing more radios, they would issue those radios before, you know, leaving to go out on that scene. So I'm pretty sure it's covered. Any other questions on that regard, Greg? Over.
That's it. You got it squared away. Okay. Just like I said, we just have to adapt and deal with it as the situation goes through its paces. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, this is K8BF. Any other questions regarding our presentation this evening? Over. Nothing heard. Are there any additional comms unit members or members of other authorized emergency radio services that wish to check in? Over. Nothing heard. The net is now informal for comments. Greg, K8TOA, your comments. Over.
Oh, nothing much going on here. I had a good time at Dayton with Mike. We enjoyed. We went down to the Voice of America Museum. That was well worth the extra hour driving down there from Xenia. Basically pretty good weather, and got some stuff for the car, and I got a new car, so I have to rework putting in radio equipment. So this afternoon I got the wires run up through the fire, you know, up into the engine compartment, so I got to get that all tied up tomorrow. But other than that, that's it, and I've been doing a lot of mulching work, so that's about it on my end there, Rick.
Okay, very good, Greg. I'm glad you guys had a good time down there, and sounds like you picked up some nice stuff for the new car. Good luck with that. And it seems these newer cars are a real bear sometimes to squeeze radios in. So I hope that works out for you. Okay, let's see, Ron, W8AHC, your comments. Over.
No other comments. I guess I talked myself out. Good training, though. You know, if we don't have enough Marks radios to go around, all we need is one, and we can communicate with our HT between each other. That was my thinking. That's all I have. Good training. 73 snow. See you in a couple weeks. Over.
Okay, very good, Ron. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, we'll work around it however we have to. Okay, let's go to, let's see, Andrew, K8BF, your comments. Over.
Hey, good evening, Rick, and everybody on the net. I don't have much to add. Got out and did some work in the yard today, so that was nice. But anyway, I'll turn it back to you. Thanks again, K8BWA.
Okay, very good, Andrew. Well, I saw something I've never seen before over last couple of days here, and that was these huge clouds of what I had originally presumed was dust, but as it turned out was an almost dark green, olive green pollen, huge clouds of it from, of all things, pine trees. So that's part of what's been killing me here, but hopefully that's going to end soon. Okay, let's go to Mike, K8BF. Mike, your comments, over.
This is K8BF. Yeah, well, I thought pine trees, they dump a lot of pollen. I know that I get to mow and I go to scoot under a pine tree and I come out, usually it's yellow. I come out yellow. But yeah, good training, Rick. I had a good time down Dayton. Everything that Greg said. And that VOA was well worth it. Back to net, K8BF.
Okay, fine business, Mike. And yeah, boy, glad to hear you guys had a good time down at Dayton. I haven't been able to get down there for a couple of years, and I really do miss it. And I'm hoping that next year I'll have everything caught up to date, and I can actually make it down there. Okay, let's go to Bob, N8KBX. Bob, your comments, over.
This is N8KBX in Chagrin Falls at the Chagrin Falls High School. We're doing a balloon glow around 9 p.m., and it's really getting packed around here with people coming in. So we've been here for some time, setting out the balloons here shortly. No other comments. This is N8KBX out.
Okay, fine business, Bob, and glad to hear you're out there helping support those different things with amateur radio. That is always a great face for us to put on for the public. Do any stations have additional traffic communications unit business or comments before I close the net? Over.
N8KBX.
N8KBX, go ahead. Over.
Yes, amateur radio will be working the run on Sunday morning here. We have a lot of different groups that we shut down roads, and we work with police, or sometimes we just have to use our vehicles to shut roads down per Chagrin Falls Police on Sunday morning. N8KBX out.
Okay, thank you, Bob. This is K8CAV. I'd like to thank all stations for checking in tonight and participating in this net. I will now close the net and return the repeater to regular amateur radio use. The next Portage County Communications Unit net will be on, and I don't have the date, but it is the second Thursday of June. And I'll look forward to seeing you all then. I will have a notification out about our special meeting here in the next couple of days. Nothing else at this time. This is K8CAV. The net is now closed. Out.
club site?
Is anybody at the club site?
This is W8KNO. I'm at home. Where can I find the script?
It's on the website under nets. I don't know. I talked to Tom. He said he was ready to do it tonight. Not quite sure what's going on, but thank you, Joe.
I'll go and look. If no one picks it up, I'll try.
K8CAV, give me just a second here, and I'll be able to pick it up. I need to get Echolink up. Wait.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. I found the script, so if it happens again, I'll be ready.
One, two, three, four.
Stop.
Okay, greetings. This is K8CAV. My name is Rick. Welcome to the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Sync PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net here on the K8IB repeater system. I'll be using the club call sign K8BF for the net. This repeater system also accepts inputs from Echolink, so I'll be asking for check-ins from around the corner to around the world here on the Kent repeater. The repeater receiver is located in Sugarbush Knolls using a PL tone of 118.8 plus Echolink through the K8BF-L Echolink node. I'll be your net control operator this evening. As always, if you have any emergency or priority traffic, you may break into this net at any time. This is a directed net, and all calls will go through net control. You don't have to be a member of PCARS to check in and say hello. Everyone is welcome. PCARS meets the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m. The monthly meeting is held at the American Legion Post 496 in Kent. The post is located at 1945 Mogador Road. We look forward to seeing you there. The PCARS website is located at www.portcars.org. You can find out more information about PCARS on the website. PCARS also has a number of special interest groups that meet at the club site every Tuesday in Ravenna. Check out the latest award-winning newsletter on the club website for all the information on these and other PCARS activities. During this net, I'll take pauses when asking for Echolink check-ins since they have a slight delay in. When you check in, please give me your call sign, your name, and your location. I'll acknowledge each call sign individually as I get them. Please be aware that the repeater system has a 4-minute timeout. First, we'll take Echolink check-ins and Echolink only, and I'm looking here. We have a couple. Let me start with Bob, WB8OVQ. Go ahead, Bob.
down in Uniontown. And I was going to say it was good seeing everyone at the convention, and I'm finally recovering.
Okay, very good, Bob. Well, glad you had a good time down there. I didn't get a chance to make it myself this year, but I've heard from a few people that really enjoyed it. Okay, let's next go to WD8BIW. Karen, go ahead.
Hi, this is Karen, WD8BIW in Uniontown. Yeah, I think I've recovered from the Hamfest too. It was really good. Enjoyed seeing everybody there. Friday was kind of rainy, but Saturday was really nice. And the weather here has been pretty good. Yesterday I was out putting out a lot of flowers around the house, so that was good. And back to the net.
Okay, very good, Karen, and glad you had a good time. And yeah, I've been out doing the yard work thing for the last 3 days, taking advantage of dry weather and even drier ground. Okay, I think that takes care of all of our Echolink check-ins. Next, I'm going to ask for RF check-ins with information for the club. Please call K8BF. This is K8BF looking for RF check-ins with information for the club. Please call. Okay, nothing heard. Let's move on to general RF check-ins. Please call K8BF. This is K8BF looking for check-ins to the Thursday PCARS net. Please call now.
WB8LCD, Tom in Ravenna.
Keith, Ralph, and Stowe, in and out.
Okay, very good. Got you in there. Tom from Sugarbush Knolls. Next check-in, please call K8BF.
N8QE, Bob from the club site in Ravenna.
Okay, very good, Bob. Got you in there from Ravenna. I wish I could write faster. Okay. This is K8BF looking for our next check-in. Please call now.
November 8th, Bravo Alpha Yankee, Ralph and Stowe, in and out.
Okay, I got, let's see, N8BAY from Stowe, and I missed your name. Could you give me your name, sir?
Name is Ralph, in and out.
Okay, very good, Ralph. Thanks for checking in this evening, and we sure appreciate it. Next check-in, please call K8BF.
W8KNO, Joe and Hiram.
Okay, very good, Joe. I have you in there from Hiram. Next check-in, please call.
KTOA, Greg in Bainbridge.
KE8. Okay, KA8TOA. Greg, and you're in Bainbridge. Okay. Let's take one more check-in, and then we'll get some comments. Go ahead.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo, KE8
Okay, very good. Keith got you in there from Uniontown. So let's go to the top of the list here. We'll get some comments, starting with Tom, WB8 LCD. Go ahead, Tom.
K8BF from the net. This is WB8 LCD in Ravenna at the club site, and we're just here tonight for net night at the club site and having some interesting discussion on the future of amateur radio, the future of us old guys, which is kind of short, the future of the ARRL, and just all the fun things that we've done, and having a good time. So have fun with it, and I'll look for you on the air. WB8 LCD.
Okay, very good, Tom. Well, sounds like you guys are having a good time. Wish I could be there, but had some other stuff going on. Okay, let's go to Bob, N8QE. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, good evening to you, Rick, and everybody on the net tonight. Had a really good time at Hamvention. That was a fun weekend. Saw lots of you there. Got to participate in the group picture for PCARS and meet a lot of new people, and had a good time. And the weather cooperated except for Friday morning. All right, back to you, Rick.
Okay, excellent, Bob. Glad to hear you had a good time down there. I really did miss getting down there this year. I heard that it was awfully nice, and I am going to, come heck or high water, start planning my trip now and setting the date on the calendar so that nothing else interferes. Okay, let's go to N8BAY. Ralph, go ahead, sir.
This is N8BAY. Not really much to talk about. Had a good day today. Cleaned out the shed, which really needed it. Couldn't hardly get in the darn thing, so now nice. I wouldn't call it clean, but at least it's straightened up a little. Hope everyone's having enjoyable time at the club site tonight. Didn't make it to Hamvention this year, maybe next year. That's about it. N8BAY, back to net.
Okay, very good, Ralph. Well, I can empathize with the shed thing. I did the same thing with my garage, got it all organized and everything, and don't you know, one day later I started working on projects, and it's right back to where it is. I don't know how that happens, but there it is. Okay, let's go to Joe, W8KNO. Joe, your comments.
Thank you, Rick, and good evening to everyone. It's nice to be here tonight. Want to say I also went to Hamvention, worked in the ARL booth, came out and got in the picture, and I now look at the one at on the website, and I've been replaced by Chuck, Whiskey 8 Papa Tango, where I was sitting. So I don't know if it's this year's picture or last year's picture or what, but I am erased. And I want to also say that this weekend is the CQ Worldwide WPX contest, one of the bigger ones that around the year, and it starts at 8 o'clock on Friday and goes through 8 o'clock on Sunday. And with that, back to you, Rick, K8BF W8KNO.
Okay, very good, Joe. Hey, quick question. Did you take the bus down this year? Over?
Yes, I did, and I want to thank Rick and Mara. They drove me to the bus, so I didn't have any vision problems getting there. And they brought me back, too, which was even more important.
Yeah, or you'd have been raised for real. Okay, fine business, Joe. Okay, let's go to Greg, K8TOA. Greg, your comments. Over.
Well, good evening, and thanks for picking up the net there, Rick. Appreciate that. Not quite sure what happened to Tom there, but oh well. Anyways, yeah, enjoyed Dayton, enjoyed seeing everybody. Saturday was much weather day better, but wasn't bad Friday afternoon. Mike and I had a good time. We drove down there and got to see everybody, got in a picture, and that was good. I bought a few things I needed for my car, and antenna-wise, and a new microphone for home here, so everything worked out okay. So that was about it. And we got back late Saturday night, but took a couple days to recover, but we got it. I think Mike sounds a little better than what he did. He was coming down with something the day before we left there, so sounds better. Anyways, glad to hear everybody, and I hope you guys are having a good time out there at the club site. And we'll catch everybody down the road. Thanks, Rick. K8TOA, back to K8BF.
Okay, very good, Greg. Well, I'll tell you, one of the things, there's two things I really miss about Dayton, and one is the flea market. Of course, that's always a fun thing to go through and see. In many cases, some ancient stuff that we grew up with as kids. So all kinds of fun. But then the forums are pretty good too. So I'm looking forward to getting back next year. Let's next go to Keith, K8TQR. Go ahead, Keith.
K8BF, K8TQR. Good evening, Rick. Thanks for taking my check-in tonight, and thanks for picking up the net. We do appreciate it. And good evening to everyone else here checking in, or maybe just listening. Just wanted to get in here and say good evening to all. I didn't go to Hamvention. I've never made it there. One of these days I do plan to. Yeah, I will. I know I will. But I did get a new radio from Gigaparts. They had a mystery radio sale. It was $300 off, and I ended up with a really nice 7100. That's the ICOM 7100. So I'm happy about that. So that was my buy, even though I didn't go to Hamvention. But I don't have it set up yet, mainly because I've started back up on the tower work, and it's going to be tilted down here in the next couple of weeks, so I haven't set that radio up yet. Been working on the one tower section, getting it painted. It's pretty much done, and I'll pull the next section in, which is actually the top section of the tower, which takes the rotor and the mast pole and all that stuff. And once I get that taken care of, we'll tilt the tower down, and the real work will begin. And I'm hoping that before it gets too chilly outside, and that's coming some months down the road, I'll have that tower and everything on it back up in a vertical position, and I'll be back on the air. With that, I am just going to get on out of here. I wish everyone a great evening and a great rest of the week and a good weekend, and make lots of contacts on that DX contest. Anyway, sending it back to you, Rick. K8BF, this is K8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
Okay, very good, Keith. Well, gosh, that sounds like one heck of a project you got going there. Hope everything goes well with the thing, and that Mr. Murphy stays far away from your project, or at least as you can keep him anyhow. So, good luck with the project. Okay, this is K8CAV. I'm going to pause briefly here. We don't have any additional Echolink check-ins, but I'm going to ask for check-ins for information for the net. Over. This is K8CAV. Nothing heard. I do have one announcement I do want to make on behalf of Tony, who's our field day chairman. I'm the deputy chairman. I help Tony out with this thing. I know that, first of all, I believe that there are some field day captains that are still looking for operators to staff their stations. So if you check the newsletter, there's contact information for them. If you can help out, certainly get in contact with them. I also know that we are looking for volunteers to help out with the site setup on Saturday and site teardown on Sunday. Tony's putting together crews to help out each one of the station captains. So if you can't operate but you'd like to help out with setting up stations and antennas on Saturday morning or tearing down on Sunday afternoon, please excuse me, please get a hold of Tony. Okay, this is K8CAV. Let's start with check-ins again. Looking for check-in number 9 to the K8BF PCARS Thursday Night Net. Please call now.
Whiskey 8 Kilowatt Foxtrot Whiskey.
Okay, I had a Whiskey 8. Could you give me the rest and then your name and location, please?
W8KFW, that's Kentucky Fried Wings, located at the club site. Over.
Okay, very good, sir. And your name?
Oh, yeah, the name here is Carl, Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima.
Okay, fine business. Thanks, Carl. Next check-in, please call K8BF.
ACAQG, Nick at the club site in Ravenna.
Okay, very good. Nick got you in there at the club site. Next check-in, please call.
Alpha Delta 8 India Romeo, Agnes at the club site in Ravenna.
Okay, Agnes, I have you in there as well at the club site. Thank you for checking in. Next station, please call K8BF.
Kilo Delta 8 Oscar Bravo Alpha Ken in Ravenna at the club site.
Okay, Ken, I have you in there at the club site, and you say that was Kilo Delta 8, is that correct?
Yeah, yep, that's it. QSL.
Okay, thanks very much. Okay, let's get one more check-in, and we'll go to the top of the list and start getting some comments, please.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Kilo Bravo Juliet at the club site in Ravenna, Mara.
Okay, Mara, I've got you in there at the club site, and that gives us 5, so we'll go to the top of the list here, and we'll start with Carl, K8KFW. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, okay, sir. Well, I just wanted to check in for the numbers. Really don't have too much going on. And we got like about 5 or 6 other people in the background talking, so it makes it sort of difficult here. So I just wanted to check in for the numbers, and if I'm right, that's number 2. Hopefully I'll get to number 10 here shortly. Back to net.
Okay, very good, Carl, and thank you for checking in. We sure appreciate it. Next, let's go to Nick, ACAQG. Go ahead, Nick.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, just hanging out at the club site for another net night at the club site, enjoying the company of members of the club, and had a great time at Hamvention. Looking forward to field day. A lot of interesting things going on around the home front, and you know, getting to play some radio with friends is a good distraction from some of that. So I appreciate everybody that is participating in all these various events. So good to see a lot of club members for the picture at Hamvention too, and I know there'd be some good copy going into the newsletter. So I also would just remind everybody too, if you took pictures of yourself at Hamvention or others at Hamvention, you know, maybe send those in to JC for the newsletter, because it's good to get those pictures of club members. So with that, I'll turn it back to net. This is ACAQG. I'll be clear and listening.
Okay, very good, Nick, and glad you had a good time down there at Dayton, and glad to see you out there at the club site tonight. Okay, next is Agnes, AD8IR. Go ahead, Agnes.
Let's say hi, everybody on the net. Lots of fun, lots of people down here at the club site. Great time at Hamvention. Got to meet up with lots of my friends and fellow club members. So, yeah, that's about it. 88IR, back to net.
Okay, very good, Agnes. And, you know, friends are the biggest part of what's so enjoyable about this hobby, and great that you're able to get there at the club site and also out to different places like Hamvention. Okay, let's go to Ken, KD8OBA. Go ahead, Ken.
Okay, I just figured I'd check in here real quick there. Just sitting down here eating a little pizza. Anybody's not here, they're missing out. So everybody take care. Have a good one there. We'll catch you later on there. K8OBA, back to net.
Okay, fine business, Ken, and glad to hear you on the net. Glad you're out there at the club site having a good time this evening, and I do miss some pizza. Okay, let's go to Mara, KE8. Boy, I can't read my own writing here. I hope that's Kilo Bravo Juliet. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mara. Go ahead.
Thanks. This is K8KBJ at the net, at the club. I'm having a wonderful time with my fellow club members and their spouses and their kids, and I brought chocolate chip cookies in honor of the evening. We had a good time at Hamvention, and we're just having a very pleasant evening here at the club.
Okay, excellent, Maren. Boy, now you really made me miss not being there with those chocolate chip cookies. Okay, thanks for checking in. This is K8BF. Let's start taking some check-ins again. Let's see, we still have nobody else up on Echolink, so we'll look for RF check-ins. Please call K8BF.
KF8ADQ, Joe in Brimfield Township.
Okay, Joe and Brimfield, and I got KF8, but I missed the last, the suffix. Go again, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Delta Quebec.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Next call in, please call, check in. Please call K8BF.
Rick and everybody in the net. This is Whiskey Alpha 8 Uniform Whiskey Victor, Doug in Talmadge.
Okay, very good, Doug. Have you in there from Talmadge? Writing as quick as I can. Thanks for your check-in. Next check-in, please call K8BF. This is K8BF. With K8CAV as your net control station this evening for the PCARS Thursday Evening net. Looking for check-in number 16. Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to the top of the list here, get some comments. We'll start out with Joe, KF8 ADQ. Go ahead, Joe.
KF8 ADQ. Thank you. Well, I got some new toys to play with. Upgraded my UHF VHF rig to an ICOM ID 5100, and then I picked up a used antenna, a Comet CX333. So I've got a little bit more powerful and more range on the UHF VHF setup now. Plus, I get to play with D-Star. Still kind of figuring that out, but yeah, having a little fun with some new toys. Or new to me toys, I should say. But still waiting for the HF bands to open up, or at least for me, I'm not seem to be getting out on HF. So hopefully the solar storms or whatever's going on is going to settle down, and that'll open up for me, or something going on. But still having fun playing with some new toys. That I'm learning D-Star and figuring that out. And go from there. So this is KF8ADQ. Back to net.
Okay, very fine, Joe. And a couple of things. When you get the radio set up and you kind of get a feel for what's going on with D-Star, DX Engineering does have a D-Star repeater. I don't have the information right offhand, but if you look up the D-Star on the D-Star database, DX Engineering, they'll have all the information that you'll need to set up in your radio for that. And yeah, boy, I know when that mass ejection or whatever the heck it was happened with the sun. I don't think I've ever heard an HF radio so quiet in my whole life as that couple of days there. So it was interesting. Okay, let's move down the list. Go to Doug, W8, correction, WA8, UVW. Go ahead, Doug.
good. Thanks, Rick. K8BF, this is WAAUWV. And, yeah, we had a lot of fun at Hamvention. There was a lot of cool stuff to look at and poke at and in some cases buy. Yeah, we had picked up a HF vertical. I don't know how well it's going to work or how I'm really going to mount it, but we'll figure something out. That'll be fun. Since I lost my HF wire antenna because the tree came down. Anyway, yeah, right after we got back from Hamvention, I had a bunch of grass to mow. So we got the mower out, cut it down to size, and we did pick up a hotspot. Now we have to figure out how to get that running. That'll be fun too. Anyway, back to that. Everybody have a good evening. K8BF, this is WAAUWV.
Okay, fine business, Doug. And boy, I can empathize with the tree thing. We've got 5 acres here, most of it wooded, and I have been fortunate in picking the 2 trees for my 260-foot wire antenna that they have been standing and appear to be healthy. Unfortunately, a lot of the trees we have here are ashes, and they just one by one succumb. We had one, ironically, just go down this morning. Fortunately, it was a smaller one, but I had to take the chainsaw out and cut that thing up and get everything burned. But it is what it is. I feel bad for your wire antenna situation there. Okay, this is K8BF looking for check-ins to the PCARS Thursday Night Net. Please call now.
88FQ, Ben at the club site in Ravenna.
Okay, very good, Ben. I have you in there at the club site. Next check-in, please call.
K8WCK, Rick, also at the club site.
Okay, very good, Rick. Got you in there from the club site. Man, sounds like a nice crowd up there tonight. Next check-in, please call K8BF. This is K8BF with K8CAV, your net control station this evening for the PCARS Thursday Evening net. Looking for check-in number, let's see, we're up to number 18. Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to the top of the list. Let's see, 88FQ. Ben, good evening, and your comments, please.
Hello, everyone on the net. I'm doing pretty good here. I got back from Hamvention recently. Had a fun time there. Got a very nice pocket knife there. And, yeah, looking for a chance to get on the radio in the next few days. 88FQ, back to net.
Okay, very good, Ben. And yeah, I don't think that anybody can go to Dayton and not come home with something. So it sounds like you got a nice shiny new toy to play with there. Let's go to Rick, K88WCK. Go ahead, Rick.
K8BF, this is K88WCK. Well, I'm down at the club site. We got a nice bunch of people down here having fun, chit-chatting, and eating some pizza. And if anybody is down at the club, I updated the 2-month net and ham fest calendar, and I'll leave some copies of it on the table as you come in the door. Anybody wants to take one, just take it. The DXE repeater, I believe, is at 146.985, 146.985, but I don't know the magic for entering the other fields in the D-Star radio. I don't have a D-Star radio anymore, and I've forgotten how to go about configuring that. It's great to hear everybody. I too came back from Hamvention with only a couple of things in my rucksack, but but we had a wonderful time. I got to meet three friends that I have chatted to on HF, one from Canada, one from Maryland, one from Michigan. It's always nice to make those eyeball QSOs. Back to net control, this is K8BF.
Okay, very good. And yeah, boy, that's one of the other nice things about Hamvention is being able to do a face-to-face with people that you generally don't see because of distance. So glad that worked out for you and sounded like a really good time. Okay, this is K8BF looking for check-in number 18. Please call now. This is K8BF. Are there any more check-ins, or is there anyone already checked in that may have another comment? Hearing nothing else, I'll close this net. I'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to check into this net. Your participation is very much appreciated. PCARS would especially like to thank the K8IV repeater owner for allowing us to use the repeater system for the PCARS net. I'll now return the repeater back to regular amateur radio use. 73 to everyone. Hope to hear you again soon. K8BF is clear. Also, K8CAV is clear.
KF8ADQ. If anyone has D-Star pointers, I would appreciate it.
KF8ADQ, K8CAV. Hey, Joe, stand by for just a minute. I used to have a book that had a lot of good basics as far as D-Star is concerned. Let me see if I can put my hands on it. Stand by. TUI. KF8ADQ, KCAV. Joe, sorry about that. I just looked. I no longer have the book for whatever reason. I will tell you it was published by a company called Nifty Mini Manuals. DX Engineering carries most of their products, so you might want to check with them. When I first got involved in D-Star a number of years ago, that was the one that really, I think, explained it more clearly than any of the other books that I had seen out there at the time. I'll also tell you that there's probably today all kinds of videos on YouTube. So unfortunately, it's one of those things you'll have to sort through them to find out what's good and what's not. But I'd have to guess that there's probably something out there that's pretty good in terms of giving you the basics of D-Star and how to go about getting it set up. Over.
KF8ADQ. Yeah, so I've connected, or I've set up the repeater or gateway or whatever D-Star refers to it at DX in my radio, and I appear to be connecting to it, but where it's that usage. So yeah, I've just got to find the right YouTube video. I can connect to their repeater. I just can't tell if when I try to switch to a different, I'm trying to remember the terminology. Is it a reflector? Seems like they use special terms for things, but when I try to switch to a different talk group, reflector, whatever, I can't tell if it's actually doing that. When I did an echo test, because that's one of the options on my radio is echo test, it echoed back to me, and then someone else joined in because they said they could hear me. So I was talking to someone, but I was also doing an echo test. So I don't know if maybe I had things set up wrong or whatever, but I couldn't quite tell what exactly I was doing once I got connected to their repeater. And clearly, their repeater, I don't want to mess things up, so I kind of just monitored for a little bit, and I could hear people's conversations, but I had no idea what group they were in or what. So I'm just not familiar with that process. I have played with DMR and get the idea of how that system works, but I'm trying to bridge my knowledge between DMR and D-Star.
Roger, Joe. Yeah, I know what you're saying. And there's some similarities in a way between DMR and D-Star, but there's also some distinct differences too. And it's been a number of years since since I was involved in D-Star. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be a heck of a lot of help. But I do know that the reflectors are a good place to get involved in group conversations. They have a lot of reflectors for specific topics. That you might be interested in. So definitely something to take a look at. And I know that there are procedures for connecting to the reflectors and stuff, but again, unfortunately, it's been a little bit too long, and I can't give you the specifics on it. Over.
I appreciate it. I'm going to keep scrubbing through YouTube. I've watched several videos on how to set it up, but I need to find videos on how to use it. So I guess I'm just not querying in the right way. But yeah, I'll figure it out. And I just figured, I'd ask. This is day 2 of me having the radio set up, so I haven't really spent too much time playing with it. I figured I'd just ask the group. So I appreciate it. This is KF8ADQ 73.
Okay, fine. Well, that's part of the fun of this hobby is getting involved in something new and doing what you need to figure it out. So the other thing too is I know that at least there are 2 guys in the club, Jim Wilson and his son JT, that are D-Star users, and if things really get frustrating, I'm sure that Jim or JT would be more than happy to help you with any questions that you might have along those lines. So might be another resource for you there. 7-3, Joe. Good to talk to you tonight, and look forward to seeing you here real quick. This is KF8 ADQ. This is K8CAV 7-3.
Sunrise tomorrow is at 6 a.m. The current time is 9:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is NOAA Weather Radio KDO94 originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Cleveland. We supply the latest available information for Northeast Inland Ohio over KDO94 from Akron on a frequency of 162.400 MHz. On the latest weather map, a warm front will lift north across the Ohio Valley on Friday. Low pressure over the upper Midwest will swing a cold front east across the region late Friday into Saturday. Another low-pressure system out of the Great Plains will lift northeast into the Ohio Valley region for the holiday weekend. The forecast for northeast inland Ohio. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows around 60. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Friday, sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. East winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming south around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Friday night, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-60s. Southeast winds around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, partly sunny. A chance of showers in the morning, then showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 80s. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest with gusts up to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Chance of rain 70%. Saturday night, mostly clear. Showers likely with a chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Lows in the upper 50s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 80s. Sunday night, a chance of thunderstorms. Showers likely. Lows in the mid-60s. Chance of rain 70%. At 9 p.m.,